I haven't eaten yet, except one little candy and two pieces of gum. It's 11:25. I ate last night about 6:30. So about 17 hours without eating. That's an intermittent fast. Anything after 16. Still not hungry. I'll try to see if I can. Maybe I'll eat it. One or two. Something light. And then we're having fish for dinner. Cod. Yellowtail cod. I'm gonna bread it, or fish fry it with that fish fry mixture you buy at the store. But I don't fry it in that. I still bake it. I spray it with olive oil. I put on the fish fry. Spray a little more olive oil around it, just with a spray can. And then I bake it. It comes out real good, but it's a lot lower in fats and oils. For me, that's this earbud just ran out of power. So for me, that's that works well. Where's this damn thing? And then it will be kind of a high fat meal. We have the fish, somewhat of a fatty fish, I guess. Sorta. It's delicious though. But what was I? Oh, I'm gonna go down and get some potatoes and make like home fries, but they're just gonna be cut into slivers. What do you call that? Like scalloped, flat cut, whatever. And then we coat that with avocado oil and put it on a flat cookie sheet, on foil. And we bake that at 425 until they brown. And then you salt them. And so it's going to be like fish and chips. That's going to be like, it's going to be fish and chips. I can't hit the weights today. I used some muscles that I haven't used in my weight training in my back because of the position of the pull downs I was doing yesterday. I did some different positions that I haven't done with different bars, a different method that I haven't done yet. And I noticed, I didn't notice last night, but early in the morning I woke up and my back was, it was just a little sore. Not sore in a bad way, sore in a good way. Just overall, the muscles were just kind of sore. It's a little better now. But it just tells me that I had a good workout. And I was using muscles that I normally don't work out and use. So I'm going to incorporate that more. Because judging by the little bit of achiness that I had, there were some major muscle groups in my back that I was exercising. And that's got to be a good exercise. So I still haven't got all of my size back. I used to be a lot more muscular, but you know, at 66 years old, I don't think I'm gonna get there. I mean, I'm not gonna use any enhancements. I'm not gonna get on TRT. I just want my strength, which is really coming back in a big way. I still have this left arm in that's handicapped. I have some kind of rotator cuff. I think it's a rotator cuff tendon tear it's gonna take forever to heal. It's a little bit better since I've been working out. It used to ache all the time, but when I lay on this side at night, it does ache, especially last night. It bothered me a lot last night. But if I'm careful with it and I just exercise it and I don't get carried away, I'll get a lot of blood flow to that area, and that tendon will heal faster because they take forever to heal. But it's not a complete tear, or it didn't rip off anything. It's a partial tear. I can tell because my arm is functional, and it's not like extremely painful. So it's just gonna take. It probably won't heal for 3, 4, 5 months, maybe longer. And it's been bothering me for 2 or 3 months. You know, they can take a year to heal. Or it could take up to 2 years to heal. So if I continue to train, I can speed that process up as long as I don't injure it again or make it worse. But this bicep tear, I mean, this muscle is noticeably smaller than this, but all that pain has gone away. And I had that pain for 2.5 years. Here's my son. He's like, what are you doing, talking to yourself? I had this pain for 2.5 years, maybe longer, maybe 3 years. It all started, the beginnings of it, when some guy who was helping me, and he shot a 3¼ inch nail right here into me. And it went through that tendon and, you know, nicked part of it. And so it bothered me after that a little bit. And maybe a year later, a year and a half later, I started lifting weights again. And it kind of flared up at that point and started bothering me again. And I ignored it. I just thought, you know, just keep working, just keep lifting and pulling and everything, pushing and pulling, well, not primarily pulling, and all that, and it'll just go away. No, the opposite. It was telling me that it's weak, and it was inflamed, and I went like a maniac, and I finally tore it. It took months, but I got up to where I was really pulling a lot of weight, and one day I just went overboard. Right at the end of my last set. And I was all the way here like this, seated rows. And instead of, and I was number 15 and I had done 5 sets. I was on, I think, pulling 235 or something. And the last one was so heavy and I was worn out because I had been working out for an hour, over an hour. And I was, this was it. I was gonna release that weight. And then pack up, take my water bottle, and I was gonna go home. I was done. Because this is back when I was at the gym. I joined 2 gyms. I was a member of 2 gyms, and I think that was the 24-hour fitness. You know, that's the one where the girls are in there and stuff. I was kind of showing off. I was really fit too. I was a lot trimmer than I am now. So I got to here, and I wasn't satisfied that I just didn't dig in and get that last 4 or 5 inches. So I held it here for 1 second, and I decided, you know, just pull it to your chest. Get as close as you can. And I went, and it popped. And but I would have done it eventually anyway, because I was ignoring it. You can have the rest of that pizza if you want. Anyway, let me get another piece of gum. So that freaked me out for a while. I couldn't hardly use my arm. I wrapped it up and I went back to the gym eventually. I had an MRI done eventually too. And they said I needed surgery. But I went to see an orthopedic doctor. Of course he's gonna say that. And I thought I did too. And I was gonna schedule surgery on it. But at the same time, I had a bad back. And that had gotten so bad when I would stand up and walk, the nerve was cut off. The sciatic nerve on both sides, where it exits the vertebrae down to L4, L5, whatever it is down now. And it was cutting off the nerve so badly, and then they were inflamed also, which made it worse. Now I would actually have my legs go to sleep, and I wouldn't be able to walk or stand. I could be in a grocery store or something, get out of my car or truck, make it into the store. While I'm in the store, I would go to sleep. I'd lose all my feeling. So I have to get on the knees, on one knee or something, and act like I was getting something off the bottom shelf, and bend my back. And when I bent it, I took the pressure off. And the nerve would wake up and send the signal again, and then my legs would wake up. And then I could walk after that. And usually after that, I was good for like 15, 20 minutes before it would come back, so I could finish my shopping. But I'd be in line at this grocery store, it'd be crowded. I wouldn't even go in the store if it was crowded, like long lines, because I knew that I would lose the ability to stand up before I could get out of the store. Yeah, 8.3 miles, 521 calories, 80 minutes. I'm gonna go a little more. So I tried working with the doctors, we tried all kinds of treatments. Conservative treatments, started with that. Anyway, we went through all that crap. When they got to the point I had to have surgery, and thank God I held out until I finally authorized to send me to a neurosurgeon, because they didn't want to send me to a neurosurgeon because of the freaking insurance company. Well, they did, and I got a really good one. I can't remember his name now. It's hard to pronounce. Anyway, that guy saved me, man. I mean, he really did. So my back got fixed. I mean, not 100%, but I mean, I can live with it. Which now turned my attention to this. Well, during the whole thing with my back, I had to hold off a year, or over a year, because of COVID. I was supposed to have it right when COVID hit. And of course, it's an elective surgery. Everything shut down because everybody freaked out, including us. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was some kind of deadly thing too. I mean, it is deadly, but wasn't deadly for us, as it turns out. But during that whole delay in having my back surgery, he gave more time for this to heal. And when COVID hit, couldn't go to the gym, so I stopped working out, which gave even more time for that to heal. Because you gotta really rest a tendon like that, which damaged that bad. And so one day, after a couple years or more than 2 years, one day I just noticed, hey, it doesn't hurt no more. And when I supinate, it doesn't, well, it still feels, I still feel it. It's weird, but it's not really painful. Anyway, when I do this, there's a weird grinding noise or sensation. Not really a noise, but right where the tendon attaches to the bone here. And that's the part that's scarred and tore off. I think it's about a third. But the human body is incredible. Its ability to heal is just remarkable. Anyway, I've got a couple more miles to go. I'll see ya. Nice chat.